Yo, it's your boy Dave East, man.
This is Karen Civil.
Really speaking.
In Philly.
Highest podcast in Philly, man.
You know, they the Lick Kings.
Shout out to my niggas literally speaking out of Philly. These niggas some young balls on the come up. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Dawn J. Hawkins, aka Rain and St. Patrick from Power.
Yeah. Lick Kings in the building, baby. Shout out Lick Kings.
Quincy Harris, media expert. Literally speaking, I'm speaking. You need to check out the podcast, man.
Let's give a shout out to the Lick Kings podcast.
It's these three.
The hottest podcast, Lick Kings, you feel me?
Swallow 267. I'm standing right here with Literally Speaking, man. The Lick Kings, these young cats, everywhere I go, they there, man. They doing their thing. I'm Wallow 267 once again, Lick Kings, and it's just like that.
Real. 7-9. Granny, I ain't forget. Everything you tried to teach me. All from the heart, touch the heart. It's corn ran, should've been did it. Yeah, I need some sleep. Every day I'm chasing what I want, it got me weak. On top of that, I'm eating out every day of the week. On top of that, I'm fucking different freaks, I need peace. Anything I ever dropped was for the streets, so don't compete. Don't focus on the beef, chase the cheddar, I need cheese. Take a trip to LA to catch a breeze, what I need. Still screaming free Donnie, I'ma scream it till he free. I ain't into chasing hoes, most these hoes hard to please. I done had them on their knees. I was in the trap with bro, we used to laugh bagging weed. Used to think that it was us against the world. 7-9 won't do it if it ain't thorough. Yeah. It's corn ran, up top's finest to be exact. I was out there on the road, I was toting straps. I could've stayed in that mix and I'ma go with rap. Listen, Ran, this year, ain't no holding back. I was at the fucking bottom, ain't no going back. Never worried about no gossip, I ain't into that. All the vibes that was negative, got rid of that. Couldn't even picture that, but damn. Fuck. Dying. This shit brilliant.
Happy as I ever been and still be going through it. I do it everyday life shit, not just music. Me and Brody used to pick up bitches in the Buick. Teachers used to have the nicest ways to call me stupid. That's the shit I be thinking about when I cop new shit. I like to hear what the streets think when I drop new shit. My shit expensive when I get dressed on some cool shit. Niggas send threats to me all the time and never do shit. But let's take it back when we was nickel and diming up Simons. 12 walk through the park disrupting our grinding. Back then niggas said I was corny at rhyming. Try to tell them I'll get better, it's all about timing. See my wrist, see my neck, damn, look at them diamonds. Bitch, I deserve to be wildin'. I've been putting in work out this bitch, I deserve to be shining. Me and Core the hottest up top, and that's no denying. I had niggas call me bro who stabbed me right in the back. Seeing niggas get fronted work, fuck up a pack. Seeing niggas take niggas
Episode 237. 7th heaven. You know what I'm saying? It's your boys, Literally Speaking, Lick Kings, back in the building. You know I stay in the building. It's your boy, whatchamacallit, Mr. Fly with 2 Y's. I'm still that guy, the one that stays in the building. So there's no need to even tell you that I'm back in the building, because you know I've been here. Yeah.
I was gonna say, how you back in the building or something that you never
Listen,
left?
man, back in the building,
the
stay in the building. You know what I mean? Whatchamacallit, Macaulay Culkin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Never hard of hearing.
Okay.
And the one who always got the word spoken. Yeah.
Okay, it's you. It's him.
It's him. You know what I'm saying?
Timothy Jones.
Timothy Newton.
Timothy Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Timothy Newton. Well, you already know. It's your boy NABH Bam. Nothing but brotherhood. What up? What it do? Back again. I ain't even too much of nothing, you know what I mean, spectacular, special, out of the ordinary today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same as that day, man.
Same exact day, man. We down the Lick King today.
Yep.
Some may even think he's the littest of the Lick Kings. I just think he's the loudest of the Lit Kings. But you know what I mean?
The L in that stands for the loudest.
Yeah, he's definitely the loudest of the Lit Kings. But you know what I mean?
For sure, without a doubt.
But you know what I mean? Shout out to our guy Boosie 152. You know what I mean?
He sprung an ankle.
Sprained ankle. You know what I mean? Too much 4th of July partying. But
yeah,
you know,
it's crazy. We was letting off fireworks last night, and he was running up the block, tripping. Fell.
I mean,
it was crazy.
Oh man,
I got video footage.
I can understand that happening, especially the way how that nigga feet is set up. You know what I'm saying? You know, he from Bompton for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? With them feet, like, nigga be out here on his loke shit for real. But yeah, man. Speaking of the 4th, you know what I mean? By the time the folks hear this, should be well past that. But, you know, some I guess some festivities has transpired in these last few days and last few weeks. You know, first of all, before we even get to that, how was your weekend and the celebratory of the 4th, if that's something that you do and things like that, and just let people know how that was?
Oh man, me, myself, and I, you know.
It's all I got in the end.
You know what I'm saying?
When I found out.
You know what I mean? Well, I went to a family cookout, you feel me? Showed up. Enjoyed the festivities. Had a trunk full of fireworks, you know what I mean, for the kids and all that. So I was letting off crazy fireworks all night. But yeah, man, you know, 4th was pretty cool, man. It was another day. You know. Every day the same for me, man. It's amazing, it's wonderful.
Every day the same, but I thought no 2 days were the same.
No 2 days are the same.
But every day's the
same.
Heard.
Feel me?
That's a unique perspective.
Take, you know what I mean? Wake up, take advantage of the chances you got. You know what I mean? Make every you know, moment of the experience count. Good, bad, or indifferent. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Heard that.
How about for you?
It was very challenging. You know what I'm saying?
What makes it challenging?
I mean, just where my new headspace has been at. You know,
okay,
the type of time I'm on. You know what I mean? Shout out to my Pan-Africans. You know,
Pan-Africans? Why shout out to the Pan-Africans?
Shout out to the Pan-Africans.
For
man.
what?
Listen, man. They know what's up, man.
Pan-Africans.
Why
them?
And I mean, and
specifically,
just because they Pan-Africans don't mean that they be whipping in the pan or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
What makes them a Pan-African?
Yeah, I mean, it means they are now. These are the people who are newly awakened to their Africanism and the purity of it.
Africanism and the purity of it.
Yeah. So,
are you a Pan-African?
No.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure this shit out.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you
but shout out to them though. Like, shout out to them though. Like, you mean? Because I know they probably ain't rocking with the 4th like that. You know what I mean? I understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
everybody don't rock with the 4th like that. But however,
too many people, you know.
However, you know what I mean? You know.
So you don't rock with the 4th?
Listen, man, it's hard to be celebratory of certain things that didn't put my people, far as American blacks, in the best of spotlights and also had our best interests at heart. You know what I mean? Some of the main reasons why, like, you know, I don't really rock with the Star Spangled Banner. You know what I mean? The Pledge of Allegiance, things of that nature, the symbolism behind the flag. You know what I mean? I don't really delve too hard into symbolisms of things like that. And I think we are, just as people, should question a lot of things, because a lot of times we wake up and what we do is we just go with the flow.
Yeah. Everyone looks for a time and a chance to celebrate.
Not even just celebrate. I just think just naturally that's who we are as people. Like, you know what I mean? Like Like,
You speaking on a percentage base?
huh?
You speaking on a percentage base?
I think if I'm not speaking on a percentage base, I just think I'm speaking on a generic percentage base, not like
But still
like
percentage.
no.
You said generic percentage.
I mean, I'm speaking generically, but if you want to put a percentage to it, it's a majority of people live their lives
Just going with the flow?
just going with the flow. Like, I mean, I think
That's
it's
a terrible thing to do.
it is, but I think is when you eventually grow and you start to understand life in itself. You begin to question certain things. You begin to question.
You should question everything.
You should, but when you're a child and you're your parents are instilling certain, behaviors into you, certain ethics, certain moralities. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like, you kind of just go with what is being instilled into you until you grow.
Shit, a lot of kids ask questions. They be like, why? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, they ask why, but they still go with it though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can't like nigga, you didn't know why you were saying the Pledge of Allegiance in school. It was, and then
At that moment, of course not.
you see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. Like people don't question everything as into why. And even if they were to question as into why, they'll still fall into a large majority of the people who are just still just gone with it. Like, okay, it wasn't until they took the Pledge of Allegiance out of school that made you question, like, well, what the fuck was so wrong with the Pledge of Allegiance? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I when I started to have more awakened Muslim classmates that wouldn't stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance, it made me start to question, well, the fuck is so wrong with the Pledge of Allegiance?
So the Nation of Islam was able to wake you up.
I mean, it's, I would just say it's the behaviors of others.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean, you have different ethnic groups, different backgrounds or whatever like that. But yes, because of where we're at and different things like that, Muslims are we're more often than not, if you're going to an all-black school like most of us did,
Okay.
you know what I mean, you're more likely your first encounter is going to be from, a black Muslim that's going to be not really fall into the compliance of certain things that are going on in the structures of school or whatever the case may be, or how it ties into religion or whatever the case.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, I mean, it with all that being said, it caused me to like kind of ask the question, like, we now recently have, within now recent memory, with celebrating Juneteenth, we are now like kind of in this weird conundrum of now it's Juneteenth versus 4th of July for a lot of Black Americans.
Really?
Yeah.
So you would rather celebrate Juneteenth than 4th of July?
I mean, right now, yes.
For what reason? For what reason you would choose Juneteenth over the 4th of July?
Because I believe, and I may not have all my facts straight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave with that disclaimer.
Which is smart.
I'm gonna leave with that. This is definitely my feelings.
Definitely smart of you.
This is definitely my feelings. This is nothing that's based on, like, you know what I mean? I would definitely have to do my researchables.
Okay.
Afterwards, you know what I'm saying? Do some of my researchables and kind of, re-attack this segment.
Okay.
But I'm just of the belief that, like, when we celebrate independence, we celebrate our people being used as guinea pigs to actually provide the freedoms in which we never really benefited from when we did help out. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Even with the little bit of the history lesson that was given off cam or whatever like that, it's just that, like, a large amount of our people didn't benefit from us in the Declaration of Independence. And I mean, it was a lot of bloodshed and different things like that, where still for years and years and years to follow, slavery still existed, and slavery was still
Slavery still exists today.
American slavery.
It's still slavery. I ain't break down what type. I just
That's
said
why I went with American slavery, because I don't know which type you talk about, but I'm gonna talk about.
This is just modernized slavery.
I mean, that's a whole nother conversation, and I'm gonna just try to stay on topic as best as I can, without without going down, other loopholes and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
But if we just going off of American slavery, it existed for years.
Mm-hmm.
For years after the Declaration of Independence was actually signed. So the handful of Black Americans.
I'm glad you noted that.
Yeah, the handful of Black Americans that may have benefited from the Declaration of Independence. Handful.
I mean majority.
Huh?
Majority.
From the Declaration of Independence?
Yeah.
You saying majority of who?
The freedom of Black folks.
Okay, I don't know how, when we were still slaves for years. After.
So there was a
when you say the freedom
few of us that were still slaves. Yeah, it was.
Okay, all right, sir. But yeah, I mean, anyway, tomato. If that's how you feel about it, I'm telling you, like, hey, yeah, I mean, to me, like, you can't sit here and say that like a large body of people were free, and then there's a large majority of people that were still slaves.
There were many that was still had the curtain down, curtain closed by. And I mean, somebody was controlling the curtain. And I mean, we're gonna open it. Then you got the show or something. Nah, you keep your ass back here. Yeah, it was a nice little chunk.
I mean,
but majority knew that they were free.
No, I think you confusing that with Juneteenth. You confusing the Declaration of Independence with Juneteenth, I feel like.
Okay.
Now, I feel like, yes, people didn't know they were free after the installment of Juneteenth in 1865, but the Declaration.
What do you mean the installment of Juneteenth?
The emancipation, whatever the hell was going, that was going on for Juneteenth to exist.
The Emancipation of Proclamation.
A freedom of niggas.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? In 1865, that
I wish I had a button that said
okay. You know what I'm saying? You trying to find the ernts and shit, but
but you gonna get. Yeah,
but
that ain't happened in 1865.
The Declaration of Independence happened in 1776.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Yeah, I was mixing the two.
So that's why I wanted the audience to be made clear of. You know what I mean? So that's probably where you get in the confusion at. That's why I'm saying the Declaration of Independence. Now, if we just stick into that, I'm saying
for the fourth.
For the fourth,
correct.
A lot of our people were still enslaved.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And a lot of us, only a handful. Now you're with me. Okay, cool. Only a handful of Black people benefited from the Declaration of Independence. Sure. You know what I'm saying? From those of them that may have fought in wars, whatever the case may be, and still weren't like greatly taken care of afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Was still thought of as less than. It was like, okay, you fought for this nigga, cool, good looking, type shit. So, but that's why it makes it hard for me as a Black American to celebrate the fourth.
Now I'm gonna tell you what makes it hard for me as a indigenous Black individual to celebrate Juneteenth. It makes it hard for me to celebrate Juneteenth because of a few things, right? One is how you was just explaining, right? Mm-hmm. The Emancipation Proclamation and how you stated in 1865. That's a problem for me. It's a big problem, right? Because
I don't see why.
I'm about to explain, right? I'm about to elaborate.
Because that's when our people was free, man. That's when they freed our people.
Look, so the problem with that is to me, it's like a slap in the face, right? So remember you said people just go with the flow?
Yeah.
It's a circle all the way back around to that, right? Going with the flow. We're gonna tell these motherfuckers this, we're gonna do this, and that's what they're gonna believe. When in all actuality, to me, it's a slap in the face because the Emancipation of Proclamation was done in 1863, not 65. 1865 is when the few of us that was still down south in Texas and all that did not know 2 years prior they were actually set free. So they was told that they were set free when other free niggas came down there. It was like, what the fuck is y'all doing still working with these white motherfuckers? Y'all wildin'. We been free. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? So they made Juneteenth, which was June 19th, 1865. That's Juneteenth, is when we were made aware that we were free, right? So to me, that's like a slap in the face, right?
So that wasn't.
So you got a lot of people talking about we were free and.
Yeah,
no.
That wasn't the stamp day. That wasn't the you know what I mean? That wasn't our 4th of July where it was like, yo, we gonna who was it? Lincoln or whoever it was at the time was like, yo, free the niggas?
That was 1863. 2 years prior.
Hey,
that's what I think.
Learn something new every day. You know what I mean?
That day
I stand corrected.
That day is the day that I think we should be celebrating. You feel what I'm saying? Not the day a few motherfuckers was still had wool over their eyes and just being woken the fuck up. I'm like, oh damn, let's do it this day, right? So now, if you think about it, we're still fucking asleep, bro.
Technically, that was the day.
Technically, we're
that
still
would be,
sleeping. They're
I was just getting ready to
celebrating
say that would be technically the day of awakening. That's probably why they still want to go with that date, because it's the day of awakening. Yo,
if that's what you want to do, by all means, my brother. But I'm cool.
Yo, they would still sleep until
I feel as though the shit is still a slap in the face. You feel me? And I'm not finna celebrate that day like that. Like, I mean, my people want to celebrate, party. I come through all that, but I'm not one of the people. Yo, it's Juneteenth. Like, shit popping this all day. Man, whatever. They gave it to us. They can take it the fuck away. You even got Donald Trump trying to push to get that shit removed. We celebrating all these crazy ass days, right? Let's get rid of some of these motherfuckers, and Juneteenth's going to be one of them, right? So now, them people gonna be in an uproar. How you get rid of the day, man? They gave us the day. They can get rid of it. We need to celebrate a day, and we need to make the day. And nobody can take that from us. You feel me?
Well, then, yeah, because when you put it in that perspective, like, then, yeah, we need to know the exact date of when when we were rightfully emancipated and freed as Black Americans. We need to actually know what that date was.
Oh, that was if I'm not mistaken, it was like April 9th.
April 9th. Yo, man, I'm celebrating April 9th from here on out. Yo, cookouts at Gunna crib, April 9th. You know what I'm saying? From here on out.
Actually, I'm sorry, it was January 1st, 1863.
January fucking 1st then. See? Happy New Year's, nigga.
Look.
That's why it's the new year. See? We was new niggas on the new year. Like, you feel me? Yo.
I'm dead.
Yo, I'm just saying though, man.
I'm dead.
But yo,
that's a whole different conversation there.
I don't even want to start about that. But conversation that needs to be had though. The conversation that needs to be had is about the fucking trash in our fucking city, man. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, I mean, listen, yeah, I mean, I wish Boosie was here because this is, you know what I mean, he likes to say, oh, my mayor, you know,
queen.
This queen and all. Yo, oh my God, I wish this guy was here, man.
I wish he was here too.
I wish he was here, man.
I wish he was here
Is
too.
this your queen?
Is this your queen?
Is this your fucking queen, nigga? Yo, we about to start putting trash on Mayor fucking Sherelle Parker fucking doorstep and on her fucking desk, nigga.
Right, bro.
Like, that's where I'm taking my trash to next,
Real
nigga.
talk.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this shit is getting out of pocket and shit is getting out of hand. And I don't think she understood about how that union impacts so many other different entities.
Oh, yeah.
In the city or whatever like that. And it's like, it's almost like 33 turned into JBM out this joint. Like, it's like, get down and fucking lay down. So the niggas that are higher up got to get with the niggas that's on the fucking ground, got their boots on the ground working. Because these niggas telling you, like, hell no, we won't go.
Real right.
Like, telling you, like, listen, we ain't going to work. You got some people that try to go across the line and shit like that. And they like, nigga, no, we not doing this shit. Yeah. They done lock gates, all types of shit. Yeah, man, shout out to my cousin, like, because some of this shit was even affecting motherfuckers that work at the airport. Niggas was locked in at the airport and shit like that. Niggas had to go home and get to their kids and shit like that and was locked in the fucking building. Mm-hmm. Shit was getting crazy. Yeah, like, niggas damn near missed flights fucking around with these niggas. They like, look, niggas can't get in the fucking airport or get the fuck out of this bitch.
Yeah, shit was getting goofy, man.
Yeah, shit's getting goofy, man. So let's try to enlighten the people what's going on with Sherelle Parker and was it District 33?
District 33.
I mean Union 33. I mean,
it's District 33 for sure.
Oh, word. Like, you know what I mean?
33. I mean, so right now they're going through a contractual negotiation. And they're not seeing eye to eye, obviously. I mean, they feel as though they're getting lowballed, rightfully so. And Sherelle Parker is like not trying to move the needle. Like, she trying to stand 10 toes on her, which she's offering, and they're standing 10 toes on what they want. And it's just ain't meeting, right? So it's like she's trying to meet them halfway, and they like, nah, meet us the whole way. You feel me? They rightfully so, they're requesting a 24% wage increase. She's trying to meet them halfway at 12%. And what's going on right now is, you know, she's pushing the narrative to, you know, the average citizen that this is the best increase ever in the past 30 years. I want everyone, and she's going, I mean, she's
which
repeating
it is.
This shit, right?
Which it is,
right?
By technicalities, it is.
And she's pushing this narrative to make the average citizen be on her side with it, right? And she's like, yo, you know, they haven't gotten no raise like this in over 30 years. They got 9%, 11%. Here it is, I'm giving them 12%, and these motherfucking niggas not happy.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of BS, bro. And to me, it's a bunch of BS is because if you think about it, the average person is not going to look up the wage, not going to look up or even know how to do the math on what an actual 12% increase is. Like, right. Literally.
And how
they're going to say, oh, it's 12%. Oh, it's not. Like, how does that actually come across, right? Like, how much more are they making off of 12%? Where are they currently at? Oh, besides that, let's see what is the average livable wage for the year of 2025 in Philadelphia. Are they even meeting that quota? And if they're not meeting that quota with this 12% increase, will that help them meet that quota?
Yeah. And I and this is the thing, real quick, if I could interject. A lot of things when we throw around cost of living, and sometimes the cost of living gets thrown around loosely, but I think cost of living has to be evaluated with the wage that the person was working, right? So if you're somebody that, like, okay, if you're making anywhere from 50 to 60 grand, right? Let's just say that, because I know one, they make well over that.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No. If you're talking about well over that, you're talking about someone that is a tenured colleague that been there for years.
All right, my bad. I stand corrected. Okay, damn. Hold on.
The average annual salary is roughly about $40,000.
Okay. Understandable.
Roughly about $18.75 an hour.
Okay, so 40,000, right? So so you said 18.75. I'm glad you said that, because I'm about to say 40,000 is roughly around $20 an hour. Because I know 41, 42. You definitely making about a dub an hour. All right. So anyway, all right, 6 half dozen another. What I was getting at is that when you're making that wage, you're living around what that wage can afford you.
It's funny you make that sentiment.
Oh, so
let's pause there, and I'm gonna let you finish. Okay, fine and dandy, right? Do you know how much of a percentage your rent or mortgage should play a part or affect your actual income?
Right.
For you to actually be able to sustain or make a comfortable living, right?
And that shit goes up. Life. That shit goes up over time too.
Right, but I'm saying the percentage that it should affect your income.
Nah.
30%. It should not be more than 30% of your income.
Okay.
To be a sustainable life.
Okay, some niggas niggas choose to live over that, and that's a choice. That's a self choice of that individual.
But my thing is, right. So if you're talking about that, roughly at the rate that they're going, 30% of that 40, right, will roughly be around $1,000 a month in rent. What's the average rent right now?
Like $1,300. And that's
so
on the low end.
So for one,
that's
now,
on the low end.
So for one, now we're over that 1,000.
Right.
So now we're cutting into
we're
over our 30.
We $300 over
30% at this point.
$300
right?
is a lot to be over.
Okay, right?
Yeah, yes.
Also, and you're super low balling, right? Because now we're talking about you're just saying that a single person, no kids, no this. When you're talking about an average person, maybe got some kids. And we're talking about an average adult, not a young adult. We're talking about an average fucking adult, grown ass man who out here trying to make a living. Mm-hmm. Right?
And shout out to my bachelors.
Come on, bro. You looking at rent and all that anywhere between 14 to 17.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. So, all right. See, I'm now. Granted, I want to first start off by saying I'm with you. Right, because I understand that cost of living has its cycles. So your cost of living can raise up quarterly and everything like that.
It's called inflation.
You know what I'm saying? Right, and also inflation. So $20, if making $20 in 2012. Is not compared to making $20 today in 2025.
No way. You know what
I'm saying? 2012, you was making $20, you was basically rich. You know what I mean? From a broke person's point of view, nigga, you would do a lot making $20 an hour back in like 2012 to like the 2018s.
For sure.
Nigga, but from like 2020 on up to now, $20 ain't shit.
Without a doubt.
So I get that. Cost of living has went up dramatically, and the thing is with that, I feel like people should be careful of how they choose to live and living outside and living under their means. Yo, shout out to my niggas who be pulling midgets, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, so but anyway, yeah, the cost of living, people should factor all that stuff in before they settle in on these apartments, condos, wherever it is that they choosing to live in, and also understand to try to live under their means. Knowing that you make over a certain amount, you're not going to be qualified for things like SNAP benefits and things like that. Like, you know what I mean? You're not going to get all these different help factors because you make over a certain amount. So you have to also factor in groceries. You have to factor in, like you said, whether if they have a kid, different things like that, daycare costs, all these different things start to add up, and it eats away at that little bit of money that you have. So when you're trying to live above your means, sometimes that does factor into your own self-destruction. Now, we're not going to talk about the people who are trying to live over their means. We're talking about the people who live right about their means, or slightly probably under it, or maybe slightly above it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so to me, any increase to that, if you are factoring what you should be factoring in and all these different variables,
correct,
or whatever the case may be, then any increase should be a good increase.
All right. So now with you saying that, first and foremost, I want you to take into consideration that our community, which is mostly the people that's affected by this, right? And you're talking about the workers and all that, right?
Yeah.
How many of us, and from your personal experience, is taught the shit that you're talking about right now, which is financial literacy?
A lot of us aren't. Trust me, I still struggle with that shit every day.
I would say below 5%.
You mean that no fire
that's taught? I'm talking about, nigga, we're going through the schooling system.
Oh yeah.
How many of us is taught that? We're taught fucking social studies. We're taught fucking white history. We're taught all this bullshit that's irrelevant, right?
I would say 3% or lower.
Right. So when you think about it, to the average person, when she's spitting all it, it's 12%. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of people out there. Like you said, any increase is a good increase. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Let's bring it into fucking perspective, right? So, being as though you know you're dealing with people who hasn't had the education or even the information to understand the shit you're gurgitating out to them, right? And you're out here just going to be spitting whatever. It's a fucking thing. So, when you think about it and you break it down, for one, they're asking for a 24% increase, right? If you're talking about they're at like $18.75 right now, for one, I want you to take into consideration that a livable wage in 2025 in Philadelphia, depending on where you're actually at, whether you're center city, whether you're fucking in a low income, moderate community or whatever, roughly about like 50,000, right, for a single family household, right? That equates to like $24 an hour. They're asking for a 24% increase. A 24% increase will take them from 1875 to roughly 23.5. That's almost at the 24. They ain't even at the 24. That's close, real close, right?
You saying that's with the 12%?
No, that's 24%. With the 12%, they'll take them to $21. So they still below. Actually, they're quite a bit below.
I mean, $3. I mean, I know it adds up. It's $3 though. Like, come on.
Huh?
It's $3, bro.
$3.
I mean,
what is $3?
$2 and some change.
Can't really fucking survive, bro.
It's $2 and some change. How much is you? Come on, how much of a difference did that make? I remember, I ain't even gonna hold you. I remember I had got a cost of living increase or whatever like that. Yeah, I mean, shout out to my job.
Have you ever done the math?
Never sneaking me. I don't know because I haven't. Listen, I haven't. Sorry,
so you said
but I haven't had these struggles in a long time.
You said $21 an hour.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do an average, right? Somebody work 40 hours a week, they get paid every 2 weeks, right?
You around about 41,000 a year.
That's $1,680 every 2 weeks, right? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that by
hold
2.
on,
is
that gross or is that with taxes taken out?
No, nigga, that's without taxes taken out. Nigga.
So that's gross. So really, because I'm about to say that's not accurate. Because I remember making 40.
It's less than that.
It's definitely less than that because it's around.
Let me finish.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's around about 14.
Then you talk about a month. So you're grossing roughly about like $33.60 a month, but you're not bringing that home because they taxing the fuck out you, right? So you're bringing home probably around like 28 or some shit a month, right? Now factor in everything that really matters, right? So we're talking 28 minus your rent, right? We want to say let's just lowball it at 15. That leaves you 13 for the entire month to make it through. Average person probably either leasing or financing a vehicle if they didn't go buy one, right? So if you're talking about your car note and you're talking about your insurance, right? They said the average motherfucker's paying anywhere north of fucking $600 or $700, which is diabolical to me. But we're going to do $600, right?
Yeah, man, get a used car, man. What the fuck is you doing?
I hear what you're saying, but I'm just factoring little small shit, right?
Yeah.
So that leaves you with $900 for the month. Oh, we're going to subtract like $300 for groceries, right? So 900 minus 3, that leaves you at 600. And we ain't even put in utilities. We ain't put in you taking money and fucking saving it, so that way you don't gotta work a 9 to 5 for the rest of your fucking life, right?
401k.
We ain't even take that out yet. But let's say you don't got a 401k, or even if you do, if you got a 401k, you still should be saving money, bro.
Right.
That's why when you fall on fucking hard times or something trip up right around the corner and you can't fucking do nothing about it and you stuck on fucking pins and needles because you haven't been putting money to the side. Why? Because you can't afford to. Because not to mention you still need shoes, you still need drawers, you still need clothes, the baby needs shit. Bro, it's not, you can't sustain off the shit that she talking about, bro. it don't make sense. You gotta get another job, which also means you get another job. Guess what that do? That take time away from you being at the crib, spending time with your family, fucking being able to fucking meditate and get some peace, right? So now we got people stressing the fuck out. We got people getting overworked, underpaid, a whole bunch of shit, bro. This shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, man.
And you telling me that 12% is okay for a nigga out there tossing dirty ass, motherfucking stinking ass trash and bro, come on, man.
I mean, maybe
That
it's
shit
not
is a spit in
okay,
the
but
face
even
because she know that motherfuckers ain't really breaking that shit down to the T, like really breaking that shit
Nah,
down.
I definitely, as somebody who's made that amount before, or whatever the case may be, I understand, and I know, like, I mean, I get it, and trust me, I've seen, without putting numbers up there, I've seen a dramatic increase, and was like, yo, well, where the fuck
Did it go?
Where the fuck is the money at? Because
Nigga, you
it's
getting
like
taxed more, nigga, 'cause
it's like
it's all
yeah,
percentage.
you definitely, the more
It's
you make, you're
percentage
definitely
based,
getting
'cause
taxed
it's
more.
percentage
And
based,
it's like,
bro. It's
yo,
not a set
hold the
number,
fuck
it's
up.
percentage.
How am I making damn near 10 grand more?
Yeah, cause nigga, yeah.
And I only see like $200-300
nigga,
increase on per
Yeah,
check.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
So trust me, I
So you
get
talking
it.
about her increasing $3? They not even gonna see that
Yeah,
shit,
and that's
bro.
with a 10 grand increase.
They're not gonna see
You know
it.
what I mean? Yeah. No, I get it. Trust me, I get it, man. Yo,
then she
listen,
talking
man.
about adding other shit like FHA loans. Man, that shit is already out there. What the fuck are you talking about?
I just think it's more. It's more pitiful.
That shit wild, bro.
It's more pitiful when you. Yeah, it's
and
more
fucked
pitiful
up that she's doing.
Yeah, it's fucked up that she's the face of this
She's the
right now.
face of it,
Right
correct,
now,
and that's the fucked up part.
especially when there were situations that you were going gun ho for that didn't really benefit the city as much as you thought it was going to be, like trying to have the Sixers right in the middle of fucking downtown, which was going to make shit congested as fucking possible. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit that you've tried to fight
But
for.
they got investors for that though. I don't think that's too much coming out of the city budget. I think the investors is front.
It's not about whether if it's coming out of the city's budget. It's about that's what you would hard for that to make that shit possible.
No, without a doubt.
You see what I'm saying?
She's going hard for this too. That this 12%.
But you see what I'm saying? And it's more so like, hey, you don't have the best interest of the people who are making the city run in mind. That's the only thing I'm getting at.
But you know, I really think, or not even think, I know the shit is above her. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
I mean,
even if she wanted to do that 24, even if she wanted to do that 24, I think she probably really emotionally affected by it too, because she probably would want to do more, and they like, nah, you ain't doing more. You better stand right there and tell them exactly what the fuck we said. 12%.
Stay in your lane.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, speaking of staying in your lane, man, and people who feeling the effects of wages depleting, to say, give me some sound over here, you know what I mean?
Pleading.
Depleting wages, you know? B. Simone, come to the front of the congregation.
She sound choked up.
She want that 12%.
She want 24.
She need about 30.
Yeah. And that's the shit I'm talking about right there. What is she? Black, right?
Yeah.
And what was she lacking? Financial literacy, right? She talking about, oh, I'm used to making this, I can just go frivolously spend money and go buy it. Baby, if you weren't doing all that, you wouldn't be sitting here whining right now.
But that also goes back to what I was saying, living under your means. I think people don't prepare themselves properly for rainy days.
But you got to be taught to do that. So
you got to be taught to do that. You got to be taught to do that.
You can't fault a motherfucker who wasn't taught to do that.
I can't.
All you can do is feel for him, bro.
I can feel for him or whatever like that. And yes,
well, you can. It's just unfair.
And maybe I'm 1%. I'm 0.00001%.
That's like being woke and talking on all the people who's fucking sleep, being like, yo, why the fuck are you still asleep? Like, you can't be mad at his sleep.
No,
they was only taught to be sleep, man.
I sympathize for him, but at the same time, you know what I mean. I wasn't taught financial literacy. You know what I'm saying. I wasn't taught like, you know what I'm saying, with what my credit was and what my income was at a certain point in time when I moved out and got my first house.
And you sound like B. Simone.
And I got my first house or whatever like that, and I rented my first house. What I did with that, even with the down payment and different things like that, bro, I could have bought a house. And now looking at it, it would have been 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Being in that house, I probably had the mortgage. I would probably by now have the mortgage paid halfway down, probably because I would have had probably a 15-year mortgage. You know what I'm saying? House would be paid the fuck off damn near in the next 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Equity that I would have in that home and different things like that. That's what comes with not knowing. But
a smart man learns from his mistakes.
Right.
A wise man learns from others.
Right. So I didn't have enough.
Correct.
I didn't have enough examples.
So how do you know
everybody around me own their shit?
How do you know this ain't her mistake? Then she started.
No. I know this is clearly a mistake. But see, what happens is too, she's an entertainer. Yeah. So when you're making, when you start to make celebrity type of money and different things like that, and you believe your stardom is going to be around, you start to get a little bit too frivolous, and you start to live outside of. You start to live at a place where you feel like your stardom is pacing, and also where you believe your stardom is going to go. You know what I'm saying? And to me, even if I was to become a millionaire today or tomorrow, there's just certain things I'm just not doing. So even when I was making the money I was making at the time that I got my house and had the credit score that I had or whatever the case may be, I could have went and been living in condos, bro. I could have had sky views, waking up, you know what I'm saying, Four Seasons type shit.
Facts.
Or whatever the case may be. But I said, you know what? No, why do that? Let me go rent out this crib only at $700 a month. I'm making well over that per month or whatever the case may be, where basically my rent was only taken from one check. My rent plus utilities was all basically one check, and I was getting 4 checks a month at that job or whatever.
Facts.
So basically I have 3 full checks to live off of. That now only one check will be impacted by groceries, and you talk about groceries for me, single man, no kids or whatever like that. You talk about at a high mark for the month at a high mark $200. At a high mark $200. You know what I'm saying? At a low mark, nigga, for real, nigga, $30.
Not for a month.
Not for a month, but we can get there for a week. But if you think about $30, if you think about $30 per week, where we at, like $1.60, $1.20? All right, cool. Like, you see what I'm saying? Versus the $200, you know what I mean? That's what I said. $200 is the high. No, you know what I'm saying? So, but nobody taught me that. I just knew. I said, God forbid. And the reason why I lived in the crib that I lived in is because I said, yo, God forbid, if I lose my job or anything was to happen, it's not too far out of the wheelhouse that basically if I had to go back to living minimum wage,
I can make it.
I could still make it because if I equate everything or whatever like that, and I even equate it, if I was to make this low of a wage, I can still live in this house as long as my checks would come in at a certain rate.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And only thing that affected me was the time that it took me to finally get a fucking another job. For because sure. that rainy day happened.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
They always do.
That rainy day happened, and it was just the time that it took me to get another job. You know what I mean? It allowed bullshit to kind of affect what that situation was.
And that's the thing, bro. Like, we as a community don't anticipate or prepare for that rainy day, right? there was a thing that I read, right? It was like, when do you prepare to fix the roof? When it's raining or when it's sunshine outside?
I mean, preferably both. Nigga, like, shit, you know what I'm saying? For real, you need to prepare for it whenever. Like, as soon as it comes to mind, hey, let me get my roof examined and checked out, make sure I don't need no nooks and crannies, chimney, things like that. Like, a lot of people don't even realize that their houses have chimneys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was ignorant to it that, excuse me, that my parents' house had a chimney. I was like, nigga, where is the fuck is the chimney? I'm like, because, you know, listen, I come up off of Disney Channel, Hallmark shit, like, you know what I mean? Santa Claus coming down through the chimney. I'm like, nigga, where the fuck is the chimney at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought the chimney was always attached to a fireplace.
Yeah, no, everyone got a chimney.
But everyone has a chimney, but where the fuck is it at? That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I was ignorant to it because I'm like, okay, cool. But, you know what I'm saying? That's why you said, like, before it rains or whatever the case may be, boom, you get both of them joints checked or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, and it's like we never prepare for that, you know what I mean? And that be our downfall, you feel what I'm saying? Preparation is the key and the best friend to success, you feel me? Success, do not wait on the unprepared. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like we skip that preparation, we skip that, you know what I mean? What if, you know? Let me have this what if, you know what I mean? We're more so taught to be reactive instead of proactive, you feel me? And that be our problem. Then we get like in this B. Simone situation, and that shit bothers me. She crying about fucking going from Bloomingdale to fucking H&M. It's like, yo, there's bigger fish to fry. You worrying about fucking
where you can
shit
shop
like
at,
that.
right.
Like, yeah, like you wildin'. Learn from your mistakes. Get you an accountant. You're in a position where you should have an accountant. And listen to your accountant. Nah, you can't afford that. Okay, don't do that. This is what we're trying to do. Put this here, put this there. You know, we'll see that in 10 years or 5 years from now, right?
Should your finances dictate where you do the bulk of your shopping and different things like that?
Of course it should. Because the problem is we tend to put our happiness into things and names and shit like that. Clothes is clothes, no matter what fucking brand it is, right? Shit like that. We put all our happiness in fucking brands and all that, and that be one of the biggest problems. It's like we need to change what actually truly makes us happy and really understand like what is it that we need versus what is it that we want, and understand the difference between the two, and go for what you need, not typically what you want, until you're in a position to actually get and do what you want and it not actually affect you from now or in the near future, you feel me? But you know.
Heard that, hold that. But, you know what I mean? Hey, listen, best wishes to the young lady, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, I feel like...
Yeah, she cried over Bloomingdale's, bro. That's
entertainers
wild.
should definitely be careful of how they, you know, offend possibly the audience that's listening to them. Because the part of us, or while we, like, even pander and actually monetize a lot of these folks, is because of their relatability. And when you kind of like poo-poo on some shit like, nigga, I get fly as fuck out of H&M. And when you poo-poo on shit like that, trying to make motherfuckers feel like, oh, they broke because they go to H&M and shit like that, it's like you start to disconnect with your audience.
Part of me think that shit was clickbait, though.
Either
Part of me
which way.
think that was clickbait because, you know, everyone knows negativity sells, bro.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I'm getting rapping, and she's still at fucking Bloomingdale's. Like, fucking account price still on the beam.
But you know what negativity has been selling, and I mean, it's been selling out arenas at this point. Slip and Slide Records. My man, the Diddler.
Oh, I'm thinking you're talking about Trick Daddy.
Mr. Take That.
Mr.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mr. Might as well say Mr. Took That at this point.
I mean,
did he do it? We don't know. You know what I mean?
Yo.
But, you know, some of the Diddy verdicts have come out, and I believe there are certain things that he's still being charged with. He was denied bail, and also so which means that he's going to still stay in prison till it's time for him to be sentenced or possibly released. So just to give the audience on the update, he was found not guilty of the racketeering and trafficking
Sex
charges.
trafficking, yep.
Yeah, the sex trafficking charges. So racketeering and conspiracy was found not guilty. Sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. I'm fucking up. Coercing. Okay, shout out to my man Boosie. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out to Boosie.
Shout out to Boosie. Yeah, man, I got one for you, man. I listen, gonna be fucking up too. You know what I'm saying? Got you. But yeah. Then you got transportation to engage into prostitution. That's what he was found guilty for.
2 counts.
2 counts. So yeah. I guess it was another count of sex trafficking and fraud or coercion. It was another count for that, and transportation to engage into prostitution was another count of that he was found guilty of. But as far as the more harsher charges, he basically was found not guilty for.
For sure.
The possibility of basically walking his time, you have as low as walking his time off, house arrest, different shit like that. That most likely is going to be something that he's going to like wind up doing with somebody of his stature and the position that he's in.
For sure.
I think that is more likely, but right now he could face up to 20 years. Is what's being put out there for when the day of sentencing comes around.
Okay.
Where are we at with the diddler? Do we feel like the jokes are going to still be warranted for what's going on? How do you think people are going to like play this guy when he does come home? Because I know it's going to take a while, but
I think everybody gonna play him like, yo, Diddy, welcome back. You did your time. You feel me? You gangster. Welcome back. Bro, I don't think nobody really gonna stop really fucking with him unless it's like sponsorships and shit like that for
major
specific reasonings. You feel me? And the people who are in their head offices and shit like that. But as far as his community, I don't think nobody really gonna sell it. I mean, stop really fucking with him. That haven't stopped fucking with him from when Cassie came out and them saying the abuse and shit like that. But people who was on the fence because he got locked up and all these charges and all that, I think they were like, oh, fuck it. That's all he got. Okay, that's all he did. And then they watched the trial. Oh, this nigga was just a freakazoid. You feel me? What the fuck? He said, all right, we know it, Diddy, you a freak.
Hey,
we knew it, but now we know, right? We didn't know what was going on behind those closed
popular
doors.
phrase
we had
right
to
now.
pay to be in a private club. Now we know.
The popular phrase right now, a freako is not a Rico.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying?
I don't think, you know what I mean, people gonna stop fucking with him. I think he gonna be cool when he do come home and all that good shit. But I kind of figured he was gonna get caught up on that because, I mean, he was doing a lot of this shit in different states that don't permits it. You feel me? Especially if you bringing people from across state lines and shit like that. So I kind of figured if they was getting him on anything, it would be this. But yeah.
Yeah, I
Diddy
think
the freak, man. He's the freak.
Yeah, he's a freak. And I think to me, I could be wrong, but what this kind of concludes is that the people who were participants in what was going on were more willing than what is being led on to believe.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So this is why a lot of the harsher charges aren't sticking because so it's basically like he's being charged with like, hey, you knew this bitch was about to do some prostitutional shit and you drove her to a situation that basically involve that type of transaction.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So you knowingly, basically, it looks like he's being convicted of pimping. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like Don Bishop Diddy Wine. You know what I'm saying? So, and if pimping is a crime,
Kinda is. Certain states is definitely.
It definitely is, because it's you selling, you're knowingly selling coochie, like you're knowingly selling a woman to somebody. So it's like, it's like hand over fist, and it's like, okay, I'm letting you slut this person out, whatever. So
And the government ain't got their hands on taxing that.
Right, but which makes it so fucking confusing that OnlyFans is kind of available everywhere. But that's a whole nother conversation.
That shit get taxed.
It gets taxed, but that's a conversation for another time.
Yo, it get taxed, man.
Conversation for another time.
As long as government can make money off it, it's legal, man. Do y'all think?
Listen, conversation for another time. But yeah, it's to me, I feel like people, a lot of people are still going to keep their distance from them, but you're going to.
He coming out like, I'm coming back for all you niggas.
Yeah, that
I
no
got shit
Diddy
on all you niggas,
right? that no Diddy shit, that no Diddy shit, and people still moving with the no Diddy and everything like that.
Turn their back on it. He gonna be like, I got shit on all you niggas.
You know what I'm saying?
I held it
now,
tight.
granted
Now,
though, no Diddy
all
is
you niggas
because
owe
of
me
some
some.
freak shit. So it's not because, like, you know what I'm saying, like you was on some, you know what I mean, like some little kid shit or nothing like that. It's because, like, nigga, you like looking at niggas, man. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of creepy.
Kind of kinky.
You know what I mean? You kind of a kinky bull. So I mean, I feel like if Diddy himself is probably now for a long time is going to definitely keep his distance away from a lot of niggas. But I know this is why, I'm not even gonna hold you, this is why I feel like some entertainers have been more vocal about their support for him, because they kind of already see the writing on the wall. And they see that it's like, all right, Bull coming home.
For sure.
He's still one of the prominent big dogs in the game, whatever the case may be. Let me keep that line of, you know what I mean, communication open, and you know what I'm saying, and make sure I don't burn that bridge or whatever, because the nigga's still gonna be.
You should never burn
top,
any bridge.
Top
man.
5, one of the most richest entertainers, even after all this shit is said and done.
Facts. You should never burn any bridge, man.
I mean, some bridges are.
You should never burn any
bridge. Some bridges are worth being burnt.
You should never burn any bridge. You just don't cross it again.
Nah.
Try your damnedest, but you should never burn any bridge, man.
Burn that bitch.
Look, you should never burn any bridge.
Burn that bitch.
I feel you. I hear you.
But, you know what I mean? I almost pulled off a Boosie. I was about to say shout out to Diddy, but ain't no shout out to Diddy. Listen, I don't, as somebody who's as prominent into the entertainment world, I know they say we shouldn't look up to entertainers, but as somebody as prominent in the entertainment world as him, hey, I just wish that things get done expediently, because I don't wish jail on no human being. And hey, like, you know what I'm saying, especially knowing what we know now or whatever like that about a lot of these people being willing participants, like, you know what I mean, listen, let that man walk his time off, and I mean, just hope to see him come home soon.
For sure.
You know, his family is needing him and wanting him right now, even though they are grown, but people don't understand the psychological warfare that they go through as young people, seeing that their father is going through a humiliation, damn near ritual right now. But in other news, yo, man, it's been a while since we've been on sports, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we've been on sports, but recently the NBA draft has just passed. The Sixers go in a direction that many saw and thought that they would go in. A very safe pick, but not the pick that, not the popular or polarizing pick that we would have expected them to go. A lot of people were clamoring for Ace Bailey, Knowing that we need an additional wing, need some wing defending and things like that, and the scoring that is needed on the team as well.
We need scoring?
Yeah, we need an additional score because
How many scores do we
prior,
have?
before I even break that down, I mean, I want to still give this young man his flowers, but the Sixers wound up drafting VJ Edgecombe. And before we get into the semantics of it all, whether if we need scoring or not or whatever like that, how did we feel about the draft pick? And was it a good pick? Was it not a good pick? Like, and if it wasn't, what other direction would you have went in as the Sixers GM?
As far as VJ is concerned, I'm happy about the pick, man. I just can't wait to see if it was a good pick. Only time will tell. You can say whatever you want. You can say, "Oh, it's gonna be a great pick." Blah blah blah. That's what we said about all the damn picks, right? Markelle Fultz, bust. Ben Simmons, bust.
He wasn't a bust.
He was fucking a bust. He
Ben
started
Simmons
off pretty.
wasn't a-
He started off.
So you
pretty
can't say he
smooth,
was a bust,
but he
bro.
was
You
a bust
can't-
overall. He was a fucking bust. Is he
He
still
wasn't
here?
a bust
He's
overall.
a fucking bust.
He wasn't a bust overall. But I'm gonna let you rock because I don't want to get too sidetracked. But Ben Simmons was not a bust. Bro.
That nigga was a
As a
upsetting
Sixer,
bust,
he was
man.
not a bust, bro. But okay,
First few years, he was okay.
it's a walking triple double, bro. Like, how's that a fucking?
He was a fucking bust.
No, not as a Sixer. Everybody else who had him, yeah. But as a Sixer, fuck no.
Anyway, right? So, only time will tell. I can't wait to see what VJ is made of so I can then make a prediction. They supposed to play tonight against the Jazz, who actually have Ace Bailey.
Right.
So that's going to be a entertaining standoff.
Right.
Hopefully
Very
both play.
interesting.
And yeah, man. Their second pick, I was kind of like,
I'm iffy on a second pick
I
too.
was like, this nigga is like another Andre Drummond.
Nah, you know who he
Nigga
remind
can't
me
even
of?
jump.
I was just about to say he can't jump.
Can't even
he
fucking
remind me of
jump,
Al
bro.
Horford.
That's who you getting from him?
I'm getting
fucking
Al Horford. He's more of he's a stretch big.
Because we had some
He
other,
giving me
some
Al
other people
Horford
that was
vibes.
still on the fucking board, man.
Right. He's giving me Al Horford vibes.
So I was like, But all in all, I think they did fairly well. Could have done better, but I think they did fairly well. And I can't wait to see what the Sixers have because we got a nice core, man. As long as they stay healthy, and now we will have a solid, young, athletic, entertaining bench that will be full of fucking young boys, man, ready to ball. So I can't wait to see.
I think at first, my first initial reaction, I was frustrated with the pick. Frustrated.
What boiled your frustration?
What made my frustration is because he's a guard. He's a guard, and once they shared his measurables, I wasn't too upset because he's 6'5". If he was more closer to 6'4", I would have probably still been upset. I would have still been
What
upset
you mean
because
more closer to 6'4"? At 6'5", you are close to 6'4".
you are close to 6'4", but 6'5", you're just in that tweener.
So you thinking you talking about like 6'4" and a half? 6'4", I'm confused.
No, because if he was in that 6'4" or under range, if he was in that 6'4" or under range, it was just, it's basically you have one, to me, they're overcrowded with guards.
Yeah,
now.
without a doubt.
We have too many fucking guards. You can't play all these guys at the same time. He's more defensive minded, which I think will help him eventually get on the court with Tyrese Maxey sooner rather than later.
Okay.
Which will keep somebody like what's the fingernail painting boy name?
Jared
McCain. Yep. Keep him. They'll keep him on the bench as somebody who could come off, give us a hot 20 off the bench. You know what I'm saying? He runs the second team. It's like you almost have like two separate starting lineups because Jared McCain will be leading the second team more so. And his running mate right now will look like VJ. If they re-signed the dude Quentin Grimes or something like that, Quentin Grimes most likely he's also a 3-and-D type of guy, but he's also a spark or whatever like that. I feel like he got a little bit more skin in the game. He'll start possibly, or you go in between the pretty nigga Oubre, you probably go between him or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
But like I said, 6'5", he provides a little bit more size to switch off with the double wing sets that a lot of people play. And also when it comes down to switching off with power forwards and centers, he provides a little bit more body to be a disruptive defender. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I do like about him. I just didn't like the fact that he was a guard, and I'm like, well, we're on our last leg with, no pun intended, but pun really intended. We really are on our last leg with Joel Embiid, and I think this is a make or break year for him before we really just hand the keys over to Tyrese. I think this is really walking into the last year of the Joel Embiid era.
Okay.
And if we're quantifying Ben Simmons as a bust, I feel like the Joel Embiid experience has been overall a failure.
What?
A process failed.
Why? Because we didn't get a championship?
No. We haven't made it out the second round.
Bro, come on, man.
We made it to the second round with Ben Simmons. So without him, our superstar player had with more space on the floor and everything. Oh, I haven't had this much space. Oh, I could do more. And nigga, you haven't still gotten us out the second round. You're the most dominant big man in the league.
Gotta stay healthy, man.
Hey, even when you're there, my nigga, like,
when he's there, we win.
And we still lose, and we still only make it to the second round. That's the thing.
Supporting cast, which we're
now we go to pointing the fingers. Oh, this person didn't do their job. Well, anyway, hey, listen, I hope VJ Edgecombe turns out to be a dog.
Link, man.
He looks like a dog, so I just hope that he actually,
Shout out to the Bahamas and the Bahamamanians.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Listen, he's an easy guy to root for. I'm just ecstatic to see a Sixers season that looks like it's filled with promise. I still don't. I'm not really that hopeful.
Okay.
I'm not really that hopeful, but we'll see what the year gets us. You know what I mean?
We'll see.
If anything, I would have possibly drafted that 7'2" young man out of Duke that looks like he's somewhat of what Joel Embiid was when he entered the draft. Mm-hmm. And would have probably took a chance with him. He's a true 7-footer, 7'2". He stretches the floor, 3-level scorer. I would have tried my luck with him and possibly see like how if he would have, grown into his body a little bit more as he matured and maybe tried my luck with that young man. But hey, let's see what this VJ Edgecombe experience get us.
There we go.
That's 237. You're here with the Lit Kings, the infamous and Mr. Two Wise. You know what I'm saying? And as always, it's the Kings, nigga.